Hello everyone, my name is Andy. Today we're just going to be learning a little bit more about tape diagrams. Earlier in the week we've been working on creating a tape diagram from a given equation. Here we can see that our equation is 3 times 2. Now, what I will reiterate that we should already know about tape diagrams is that within the equation, one of your numbers will always be your number of groups. In this case, we chose the 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 groups. The other number will always be your number in each group. In this case, we chose the 2. This tape diagram can show beginning learners of multiplication that multiplication is really just a form of repeated addition. That 3 times 2 is the same as adding 2 3 times. When the child breaks it down like this, they can easily see 2 plus 2 plus 2, and they'll know that equals 6. They then can relate back to showing that repeated addition, 2 plus 2 plus 2, is the same as 2 times 3. Now, it doesn't matter which number you pick for the number of groups or the number in each group, but both of those have to be represented in order to get your total. We've been working on making a tape diagram from a given equation. What we're going to work on today is we're going to be working on word problems that we will read. We will then form a tape diagram, which will then form an equation from that tape diagram. So we will not be given the equation this time. We will form a tape diagram so that we can then form an equation from that. So here's our first problem. So we'll start off by reading the problem. A pack of 6 pencils, a pack of pencils contains 6 pencils. If we have 5 packs, how many total pencils do we have? The method we're going to use today is the read, write, and draw method. I like to use this method to figure out my word problems when I'm using a tape diagram. First thing we're going to do is read it, and we'll do that one more time. While we're doing the reading, what we're going to do is we're going to write down the key information that we think we're going to need to do our tape diagram. So, 1 pack of pencils contains 6 pencils. So we can write down that 1 pack equals 6 pencils. I'm going to go ahead and move this down here. So, then keep reading. If we have 5 packs, we can stop right there because we know we have how many packs? We have 5 packs. So, if we have 5, how many pencils do we have total? So, we know that we have 6 pencils in each pack and 5 packs. We need to now form a tape diagram that will show us our equation and show us the answer. First, we can pick either of these numbers to start off with the tape diagram. I'm going to start off with 5 packs. I'm going to draw how many packs we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've drawn our 5 packs. We now know that there are 6 pencils in each pack. So within each pack we have 6 pencils. We can now use this tape diagram to form our multiplication equation. Since we know in order to get our answer we need to add 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Repeated addition is the same as multiplication. Since we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups, that is our number of groups, and we have 6 in each group, we know that 5 times 6 equals our total of 30. Making sure that we're representing our number of groups and our number in each group to form our final answer. This one's pretty easy as we were given both our number in each pack and our number of packs to form our tape diagram, which we then formed our own equation. The next one we're going to do is a little more difficult because not all of our numbers are stated explicitly in the instructions or in our problem. So let's try this one. First, we need to go ahead and start by reading the problem because we're going to use our same read, draw, and write method. So, every day Andy runs 3 miles. While reading, we can stop right there because we know we need to write down that every day he runs 3 miles. Let me move this down here. So, keep reading. How far in miles will Andy run in 1 week? Well, we know we need to find out how much he's going to run in 1 week, but we only know every single day. We don't know how long in weeks. So this is a little bit harder because they're missing a key part of the problem. Some children may say there's 5 days in a week because that's how many days they go to school. Some children might not know their days and weeks at all. But by around this time, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, we imagine they'll know that. So, once children understand that they need to figure out how many days are in 1 week, they can do that. They can do it by reciting the days of the week and counting on their finger. We can supply a calendar to them if they need it, but most of them will know their set. So, big key of this is we need to realize that 1 week equals 7 days. Once we have all of our information written down, we need to find our total. We can do that by creating a tape diagram and then creating an equation from that tape diagram. So, in order to make an equation and to make our tape diagram, we need to know groups and number in each group. We can pick either one for a group and a number in each group. What I'm going to pick for the groups is our days. We have 7 days, which means we're going to have 7 groups. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. So, we have our number of groups. Now we need a number within each group, which is 3 miles. So every day, he's going to run 3 miles. Most importantly, as we always state, in our equation, we have to have a number of groups and a number in each group. This as well as repeated addition like we have learned. Repeated addition is also the same as multiplication. Our number of groups, as we said, is 7. So 7 number of groups. In each group, we have 3. We can add 3 7 times or also do our multiplication to show that 7 times 3 equals 21. This one was a little more difficult as the children had to form their own number of days from a week. The big thing to remember, to remind children when you're doing this, is that in order to have a tape diagram and create an equation from it, you always have to remember one of them will be the number of groups. One will always be the number in each group. And both of those together will equal your total. So in this one, your number of groups is 7. Your number in each group is 3, which shows your total of 21. Represented as repeated addition, we see that 3 added 7 times is also 21. Our number of groups is when we add these 7 groups, and our number in each group is 3. That right there is a couple word problems. If you'd like to create some more, you can do that. That was my lesson for you today, and thank you.